Alright, welcome back. Hope you're having a good day. Ficus Philippinensis. A few people insist that there's no such thing as that, and just want to say it's a Ficus Benjamin, which is fine with me. I'm going to clean it up a little bit today. You may notice it's full of fruit. Generally speaking, this happens 2-3 times a year for me. And right now, the fruit is just starting to kind of go through a little bit of a lime green stage. When it first comes out, it's a really darker green, darker than the leaves are. And then around now, when you can start seeing the difference where it starts getting a little bit lighter than the leaves, all of a sudden, like one day I'll notice that they're kind of getting yellow, and then the next day I'll notice that they're all gone. And then generally speaking, it'll go through a huge growth spurt right after that. And so I've decided to just use the opportunity now to go ahead and clean it up at this point and allow it to go through its growth spurt. It is the great time right now, early spring in Florida, or actually I guess mid-spring in Florida. I've got this tree approximately 5 years ago. All I've done is repotted it in a much bigger pot. I wasn't very aggressive with it. It is about time. I think I'm going to have to get this into a little bit of a better pot. I mean, I could repot it just back in this one. It's a really, really deep pot. Got some escape roots down there and everything. I haven't done that on purpose. That's actually growing right into a cinder block that I have it sitting on. But this one I have, it's like $25 and my 5 years invested. I have another one that I have another $25 in, but I really done almost no work to it. And so I think I'm going to take that one and give that one a good aggressive repot first, see how it reacts. And then next year, if it reacts really well, I'll try to do the same thing to this one at that time of year. If not, I'll just have to rethink, just how aggressive I can be with it. I definitely would like to get it in a pot a little more shallow than this. And you can see the size of that. I think it'd look pretty good in something a little bit more shallow. I'd actually like to get it in one of those pots you see some of the Taiwanese and Vietnam growers use, the big feet on it and everything. But, geez, those things are really expensive. I have always thought of this as being the front. I am thinking about reconsidering that and maybe making it around here somewhere. But again, I think if I just keep pruning it the way I've been pruning it here lately, I think I could use either one. I have used mostly guy wires, a couple of wires, and then if you go back and watch the history on it, you'll see I did make one big mistake in that there was a branch here. It was kind of going up like that, and then it had the foliage actually kind of going down that I had guy wired down. I did a little wedge cut in it, got it down a little more, didn't really work all that well, and so I chopped it where the bend was in the hopes that it would backbud there, and it did not. It just basically died back to the trunk. And so, a little bit of an empty spot there at that point in time. Right now, it's all kind of filling out some. Once I get it pruned up right now, it may not look as, I say it looks decent right now. It doesn't look horrible right now. And again, maybe if I choose that as the front, that's actually where that branch was. It wouldn't be so noticeable there either. All right, I'm going to go on and get to work. I do find sometimes when I work and talk, I start a lot of sentences that I don't finish, and then sometimes it doesn't make any sense once I try to edit it all together. So I'm just going to go ahead and go to it. Probably have to time lapse a little bit. This is going to take quite a little bit of time. I'm going to start here at the bottom. Alright, so just about done for now. See that scar I was working? If I pick the other side for the front, I actually would have the scar out of sight. That's another reason for picking that side. Hitting a couple spots here I think I missed. I have with this side here, the lowest branch, I've thought about losing this downward piece altogether. Again, this was another one that I kind of oddly put together with guy wires. But for now I'm going to keep it. Definitely have some straight lower branches there. Would have liked to have gotten some more movement in there with its younger sister. I'm going to work on that probably in about a month if you keep your eyes out. And right now, I mean, it's probably maybe 3 times as wide as this. But the branches are like less than half the size of these as far as caliper goes, and they're all very flexible and everything. It's also very small, and it doesn't have a trunk anywhere near the size of this one. This one actually does have a nice looking trunk there. Look at the roots. I would like to go ahead and get rid of this stuff here. Alright, and we are just 3 weeks short of when I started this video. I just now starting to edit it, and I figured since I haven't edited it yet, I'd go ahead and just show the recovery so far. For me, with my eyesight not being super great, it doesn't come off in the monitor all that well, but the new growth on these comes out nice and red at first. I've heard that the theory is that the red protects it from the sun right at first compared to the green at the beginning of the video. And then just the, the fruits there that are left over, getting a little more orange. Again, there's that, the new proposed front, or the new front I might try when I go to repot it. That was the other front I just had up there a minute ago. But they are just starting to fall off. Go ahead and just knock off a few of these. I've actually seen the birds out there having their way with them too. But that's about as orange as they get. And I didn't really want to spend a whole lot of time doing that or anything. I'm just kind of cleaning it up a little bit. Again, got high hopes for the repot. Can't wait to see what it turns out like.